Hi guys, great to see you. Welcome back to the channel and welcome everybody who is brand new. So today I've got a fantastic video for you. Now the video is going to be me doing commentary over like some footage because this place that we went to visit, it had people next door, so we had to be quiet, whilst filming in there. But like I said, the commentary will be over the top. So hope you enjoy this video. And before we start the explore, I'm going to give you some history. So see you in a sec. The house explored today was first built in 1788 and would then be completed in 1797. There was a housewarming celebration with a set of glasses engraved for the event. Later on, there would be many extensions to the house and many other things as well. It also saw a royal visit where then Princess Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh, on one of their royal tours, visit the house for lunch on April the 28th to the 29th. The house would see many owners throughout the years, and even served as a hotel once, and then going to self-catering. And in 2001, the property was bought for a sum of $240,000, and also in 2001, the coach house was then sold for a further $162,000. Work had stopped here on the house around 2002. Okay guys, so that's a nice view of the front of the house as we begin the explore. And as you can see, it's a really beautiful building, and even though it is abandoned now, it's still got a lot of history within the walls. So yeah, a couple of smashed windows there which have been boarded up. And then we venture on around the side of the house. I will be dropping a cinematography clip at the end as well for you guys, because I know you like that. Now this caravan here, I noticed straight away, and I thought it was had people living in that. We had quite a fright with that one, when we first looked at the place to begin with. So yeah, nice little side view of the house there. And looks like somebody's left a table outside as well, or put it out there purposely, So yeah, so then we venture into the dark depths of the cellar. Now it was at this point that Mr. Silly here had forgotten his torch, but unfortunately I had my phone torch on me, and so it wasn't too bad, but there is a bit of a dark bit, so excuse the quality of video here. So there we go. It's quite an eerie basement, and I do believe that the place is haunted, and many paranormal investigators had done their footage there, done other investigations, and were quite successful in what they caught as well. So it did definitely feel eerie, and we did hear slight bumps and things like that, but sadly we couldn't record any of any noise and what have you, just to get, otherwise it would have given away our position. So yeah, it's quite a dark basement, as I say, cellar, and it felt really eerie in this bit. In fact, I didn't want to go any further than that, so I gave you a bit of like the walls and things like that. That probably would have served as a wine cellar. So yeah, we go further on into the basement as well, and there was a door in the corner, but I didn't really venture any further than that. So, and yes, I do have a guest with me as well. You might have just seen her walk past the camera a little bit before then. And so we come to where the stairs are. Now, I'm not sure what that was. I think that was an old wardrobe to the right, and to the left a door. So yeah, I think many things have been put down there, just for space and things to enable people to work on it. So I believe this is a grade 2 listed building, so it is protected, but we're not sure whether work is happening, because we did see a load of materials in there, you know, stacked up. I think the walls had been stripped as well, so we're not sure, but we do think that there might be work starting to happen now. They might have got some kind of planning permission, but we're not sure. But yeah, that's one of the rooms. Looks like the walls have been stripped down to the stone again. That's been sadly smashed as well. So yeah, it was all very, very like stripped out walls, you know, that kind of structural thing, you know, a lot of damp in there. So whoever is doing this would probably have a lot to sort out. So yeah, all wooden beams, like I said, you know, I'm not sure whether those were a stack of plates, to be quite honest with you, but there we go. Yeah, there's a mirror at the side there. And yeah, just stopped a little bit. I was just trying to watch my footing here. So yeah, a nice old picture there. So yeah, so then we noticed there was some stacks of wood. I'm wondering if those stacks of wood would have been to put in to the walls there after it been insulated. And we noticed there was a nice little like ride around mobility scooter there. So I wasn't going to sit on it and ride it, to be quite honest, because no, you didn't want to wreck the place. So yeah, it just shows you what can happen in the place. So I did bravely venture out a bit more, but being careful of the floorboards there, because, you know, one wrong step and you would have gone straight through. But look at that beautiful fireplace. It looks like somebody has started something on there, and you know, it's a lovely lit room, to be quite honest, and you know, you can see potential. Yeah, some more building materials there. So yeah, it was just like a room full of stuff, you know, builders stuff, you know, doors, you name it, it was there. You know, planks of wood. So yeah, the roof and the ceilings were bare, so I should imagine they were probably trying to like maybe plaster it at one point. But yeah, it's a shame really, you know, that it got left the way it did. But there we are, that's the way it goes with some places. I think what had happened was as well, he had sold the coach house probably to pay for all of the work that needed doing, I should imagine. So yeah, so in 2001, as you heard in the history of the place, yeah, they would have done that, you know. And it was absolutely amazing really to hear that royalty had been there, you know, the Queen, but now, well, what was the Queen and her husband, you know. So it was really, really quite amazing to know that. So yeah, I'm just about to venture up the stairs now, and it was a complete mess. Total and complete mess. It looks like somebody has been clearing it up as well, you know, for building and things like that. So yeah, and there we go, a little glass panel on the side there, and other various bits and bobs that have just been left. I think that was a piano behind that lot then, I can't be sure though. But yeah, again, bits of wood, all kinds. Looks like somebody drew a smiley face on the window there. Typical. Yeah, just in the middle there. But yeah, it was just literally, it was stripped down bare. It was an interesting place because it just, once upon a time, the place was full of history and it was once lived in, you know. So it was a very, very interesting place, and the walls, you know, spoke their history to you, that kind of thing, and it did have an eerie kind of feeling to it, but it was an interesting place. Oh yep, little mirror there. I didn't do any mirror shots today, so so yeah, so everything's just all stacked up and what looks like a scaffolding there. So yeah, just walked back through. I couldn't squeeze through that bit, unfortunately. I think I need to drop a few pounds since Christmas. So yeah, and there you go, what looks like an old maybe an old cupboard there as well, you know, storing like china and things like that. So yeah, we walked back through there. Looks like a picture frame, chairs everywhere, more stacks of wood, but fantastic lighting. Like I said, you know, it has got some brilliant natural light in there, even though it felt dark. You know, looking at the footage afterwards, it's just incredible. Some more old paintings there. And upwards we venture. Yeah, and just look at that staircase railing there, folks. Isn't that just incredible? Absolutely amazing, isn't it? Now, going up these stairs was very, 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 very dangerous, really, because some of those stairs you could feel, you know, the squishiness beneath your feet. And we notice, you know, as well that there was plugs on display there as well, from probably where some builders had just used them, I suppose. So next thing we had a look at was through the middle section now. So yeah, and like I said, there's beams just up against the walls there. It really was an incredible place, really, you know, and I think a paranormal investigator did an Estes method investigation there. For those of you who don't know what the Estes method is, it's basically where you've got a ghost box and you'll have headphones on with a blindfold, and a participant would be asking you questions about the place, about the surroundings, you know, and about the life, and, you know, whatever came through on the box there would be said. So yeah, it's quite incredible, really, that Estes method. And it was invented in the Stanley Hotel, where a famous film was filmed. Can you tell me the film in the comments section? Sadly, there's no prize though. Yeah. So this was interesting. I think this probably would have been like maybe an upstairs living room, but it was very, very fascinating, really. Upstairs living like section, you know. The house had so many bedrooms, and, you know, it looks like somebody had started to plaster the walls there but had to stop. So yeah, a really, really quite incredible place, really. Oh yeah, I forgot to say there's a bathtub through there as well. You wouldn't want to have a bath in there, you know, the cold, would you, you know. But yes. Oh, looks like there's two there, so they might have been getting ready to fit a bathroom in there. Now I started to make my way up these sets of stairs, and they were worse than the middle section stairs. So I came down to begin with, and I thought, well, I'll have a bit of a wander through, you know, just to see what else there was, you know. But it was like, it really was like walking on what can only be described as a floor of sponges, almost. So it really was, you know, very precautious. I think the word is precautious, yeah. So yeah, I did venture up the stairs a little bit more, and this, I think, was the point. I think this was the point where I heard dogs barking, and, you know, the guest who was with me had heard that as well, you know, a couple of dogs barking. So it was like, so we got a bit of panic, to be quite honest with you, because we didn't know what was going on. So I turned around and I said, let's get this explored done really quite quickly now, you know, quickly, efficiently, but safely at the same time. So yeah, so like I said, that was quite an interesting room. It really was. So yeah, I was just listening out because we heard dogs barking, and I thought, you know, the way they sounded to begin with, we thought, you know, maybe geese or something like that. So we were just a little bit on edge, you know. And I think it was at this point where I said, right, let's get everything, you know, filmed, get on with it, and then we can get out, you know, safely and, you know, without getting caught, so to speak. So yeah. Yeah, I just can't get over the light in this place. It was like, even though it looked a bit dark, you know, there was good pockets of light which we got there, so we were able to get some good footage, you know, and photography, you know. So the person who was with me has got a fantastic camera on her phone, you know. Check out the photos afterwards, it really is incredible. Yeah, so these stairs were very, very very bad. It was nearly, in fact, not, if not worse than the other stairs that we walked up. So especially this bit, I actually thought at one point that I was going to go, that's why I've stopped there, you know, just as a safety precaution. So, but my guest who was with me, I'm a photographer, was like, come on, let's get up here, you know, that kind of thing. She was quite brave, actually, fair play to her. So yeah, so we're up on the final level of the house now, and what an absolutely enormous bit of space. That would have looked quite good, I reckon, had, you know, they'd have finished the work that was in there. So yeah, it just gives you an idea of what's going on, really. So yeah, this bit was actually a little bit dark and what have you. Oh, looks like a stuffed bird there as well. You know, that kind of thing happened a long time ago. It was the fashion ages ago. They'd, you know, do the hunt and what have you, and they shoot the birds and then get them stuffed. You know, that kind of thing would happen. That's a nice chair, isn't it? And the light in that bedroom's absolutely incredible. So we walked through. It does look quite eerie, to be truthful with you. And so now we've got the last bedroom. I didn't walk all the way into it because, as you can see on the floor there, it was soaking wet, and you know, when water hits the floorboards, what does it do? It makes it softer. So yeah, it looks like other investigations had, or should I say investigators, have set up chairs there for their paranormal bits and what have you. So yeah, so I was just walking through, but why I was stopping there was A, because of the flooring, and B, because I was listening out, you know, to see whether those dogs were getting a bit closer from the farm next door, because the last thing I wanted really was to get caught by the farmer, you know, that kind of thing, just in case. So, but I think we managed it very, very well, you know, we both did, and you know, I was really impressed, you know. The lady who does my photography, she does a fantastic job, and you know, she's very much for, you know, getting the building, let's get this explored, it looks like a really good building, and she absolutely loves it, bless her. And like I said, I will share her Instagram link afterwards. She takes some fantastic photos and makes some fantastic cakes as well, so as I say, go and give her a check out afterwards, links in the description below. So yeah, there we go, folks. So we just decided to come back down. This was the point where I was saying to my guest, yeah, we really should think about going now. So we were slowly making our way down while she was taking a few photos, you know, a few extra last photographs, you know. Yeah, venturing down now. And I think one of those windows was actually had been pulled out, I think, you know, because I think, you know, they were probably going to replace the glass with double glazing, I should imagine. So yeah, it's such a shame to see it left like that, but you know, hopefully it'll get taken on by somebody else, and you know, I should imagine that they will get it sorted. So yeah, there we are, folks. I must say, I like that old-fashioned, you know, method of beaming, though I think actually that might have been modern. I think that is quite modern wooden beaming there, I should imagine. Probably 80s, 70s maybe. Back when it was like self-catering and all that. So yeah, another wrapped up chair there. So it was quite an incredible place, you know. Even though it did look not at its best, really. But you know, it's to be expected. It's to be expected, you know. It has been left, I suppose, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, there we are, folks. Okay, so now we're just venturing further down now into the basement once again. Goodness, look at those beams underneath the stairs. So they were actually, looking on it now, those stairs were quite safe, but still I didn't want to really trust them that much, because you know, it's the thing with safety and what have you, you know, you can never ever be too careful, can you, with these kind of things. So yeah, we're now coming to the end of the explore now, so not too far off at all. So yeah, one quick last look around, you know, at the basement, you know, to see whether we could feel anything. And the guest who was with me, she actually said she thought she saw somebody, spirit, walk past, you know, so which was quite interesting. Excuse me. So yeah, it was quite interesting. You know, I'm just a bit gutted that I wasn't able to do anything paranormal there, but like I said, I think it would have made way too much noise. So yeah. So yeah, just a case of waiting for my guests now and just looking at the peeling of the paint. I think they must have used the wrong type of paint there, because it's coming off in flakes by the looks of it. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, you need some proper stone paint for that, I think. So yeah, back up into the light. Okay guys, so that's it for the video. I really do hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did filming it. It was a really, really good location that we filmed there, you know, and hopefully the next one that we do, I'm able to talk a bit more, you know, hopefully, without worrying about people catching us and things like that. But there we go, yes. And also don't forget to stick around for the cinematography. Make sure that you hit all the bells and whistles as well. Please like, share and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And you know, and I hope you have a good week. So I'll end it as I always do by saying bright blessings, blessed be. And where you can be anything at all, then please be kind, because being kind is the most beautiful person that you can be. Don't forget to watch the cinematography at the end. Take care, guys, and see you on the next one.